Please stand and join Bianca Flores in singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, who say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good morning. My name is Dr. Dan Weinert, Provost of Palmer College. It is my distinct honor to be your Master of Ceremony on this very special day. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the forefathers of chiropractic and the passing of members of our profession. Distinguished platform members, today's speaker, Dr. Michael Venata, candidates for the degrees, supporters, families, and friends of today's graduates, welcome to today's commencement ceremonies as we mark the entrance of these outstanding men and women into the profession as Palmer graduates. And welcome to Palmer College, where it all started, the fountainhead of the chiropractic profession. This college represents our profession's rich heritage and its strong future. We would like to acknowledge those present who have served our country. Those graduating today are recognized with red, white, and blue cords. Would all veterans or active duty military in attendance, whether you're a graduate, family, or friend, please stand for recognition as we thank you for your service. Today, we are here to celebrate the commitment, dedication, outstanding achievements, and the certain future contributions of the 103 talented men and women seated in the center of this famed hall. Drawn together by the educational experience they've nearly completed, the students seated before you started their journey as a diverse collection of individuals. In fact, the flags here on stage represent the many countries they hail from. In addition to the United States, these candidates come from Canada, China, Cyprus, Iran, Puerto Rico, and South Korea. The American students represent 23 different states. As it has for well over a century, Palmer College continues to attract students seeking the best chiropractic education in the world. In turn, our community is enriched by their diversity of talent, tradition, and culture. As we call candidates to the stage to receive their degrees, there are several protocols I'd like to mention. First, during today's ceremony, we will be granting two different degrees, a Bachelor of Science and a Doctor of Chiropractic. Second, Palmer College celebrates its extensive alumni and specifically the legacy of chiropractic that exists in some families by encouraging candidates to be accompanied to the stage by a family member who is also an alumnus of Palmer. And lastly, we appreciate your participation in taking measures to protect the health and safety of the Palmer community. Graduates, remember, we're not assembled here today to celebrate the end of the program. We're here for a commencement, or the beginning. We're here to mark the beginning of your professional life. Palmer and your experiences and mentors before have prepared you well, and you have entered to learn, but now it's time to go forth and serve. With that, let's begin our ceremony. Today's commencement speaker, Dr. Michael Venata, was born and raised in the Quad Cities. He graduated from Palmer in 1985, that same year joining the faculty as an instructor in the technique department. He currently serves as an associate professor in the diagnosis department. And during his tenure at Palmer College, he's won numerous awards, including Faculty of the Year multiple times, and the prestigious Thelma Fordyce Mack Award in both 2016 and 2017. In addition to his teaching responsibilities, Dr. Venata has maintained his license in 4 states, has actively advanced the chiropractic profession by lecturing on a broad range of topics for chiropractors through continuing education seminars, and has had peer-reviewed research accepted and presented at national chiropractic conferences. During the past 36 years teaching at Palmer College, Dr. Venata has enjoyed watching thousands of students grow personally and professionally. He's always quick to volunteer and lend a helping hand to others. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Michael Venata to our commencement stage today.
Good morning. Chancellor Marchiori, Palmer administration, Palmer faculty, graduates, staff, family, and friends, welcome. Graduates, was it difficult for you to get up to get here today? Last night's banquet was fun. I'll behave because we know the banquet speaker last night had a little roast on my behalf, I guess. So I didn't work anything in to get back with him. A couple things I think is important today for you, and it'll be a theme throughout what I try to progress with you, would be, number one, who's on your team? Have you reflected today? You really didn't get here by yourself. There's times throughout, think of first trimester, right? As you have the mini exams and boards, OSCE exams, and now you're here. Did the time go fast? Self-reflection along the way is important, and it's something that you should continue with. Goal setting is important. Last night, I heard some of you in your class were talking about some of your calendars that you kept, right? And all the things that you went through throughout your time here. You're still going to have a calendar to keep. So that was good practice for you overall. As far as who's on your team, it starts with you. You worked hard to get to this point, and your support staff included family, friends, classmates, colleagues. You have persevered, and you have a strong faith to finish. Keeping that faith to finish, really, did you have a difficult time getting up to get here today? Today is a happy occasion. Neuroscience studies have suggested strategies to keep your mind right and to keep yourself on track, happy, so to speak. Find something to look forward to was listed. This is what you've been working towards. So really, no difficulty in getting here today. Treat your coworkers, your support staff as you would like to be treated. You'll get more out of them. In preparing today, I looked at a couple different texts, different books. The Happiness Advantage, Sean Anker. Fascinating work. Neuroscience, they look at how may it benefit students, families, and workers. If I'm holding up a glass of water here, everybody take a look. Is that glass half empty or half full? It's important if we can see that it is half full. Optimism as you move forward will help you. Your training has prepared yourself well to work with your patients. And if you think back to your first trimester, holy cow, a lot has transpired since then. Do you remember when you received your first adjustment in the Palmer clinics? I remember a young man, age 14. Now, this was in the 1970s. A poor wrestler in high school, throwing on his head, shoulder. He was in a back brace for a year. The doctor said, your spine's kind of like this. To this day, I don't know what that means. I want to thank my parents for getting me to the chiropractor. Yeah, I wore a back brace for a year, but today, no back brace. The care I received really, though, didn't help my wrestling. Do you remember delivering your first adjustment in the Palmer clinics? Now, early in my career, I probably felt comfortable with working with patients similar in my age. As things would progress, you would see some adolescent age, middle-aged, geriatric patients. I love them today because that's really where I'm at. And young children. The older I've gotten, the more I can appreciate that person. Your patient is a person. Step back and make sure that you can still see that. Sometimes it's really more than a PRS, right? Soon you'll be joining busy practices. Some of you are going to be joining family. I'd love to be a fly on the wall. There's going to be some give and take, right? Some of you are going to be joining group practices or even a multidisciplinary practice. Before you come in the room to see the patient, right, you drop your ego at the floor and we come in for the betterment of the patient. A great learning experience for all. Some of you are going to be entering into an associateship, and that is another great avenue for you to continue with developing your skill set. I'd like you to reflect for a minute. Soon you'll be a month into practice. Then it will be 6 months. Then it's going to be a year. That first year really goes fast. You need to keep yourself grounded and self-reflect at timely intervals so that you can keep yourself moving forward. I am often asked, do I practice the same as I did when I graduated? I'd have to say no. I practice better. Moving forward, as you look at what's ahead of you, if you aspire to practice what might be considered average, then that's only what you're going to reach. I would like you to think about reaching for more. Set goals. Remember, goals don't work unless you do. Monday, I would like you to take a clinic card. Let's say you're practicing Monday. Let's assume that. I want you to write a short-term goal on that card, and you need to look at that goal daily until you meet that goal. This will help you keep yourself grounded. It's going to pay benefit to your family. And remember, your family is your foundation as you grow throughout your time. So you've had family here to help. You've had friends and mentors. Everyone needs a mentor to continue with. I've been blessed with many mentors over my years. Be humble in your accomplishments. Remember to be empathetic with the patients that you serve. When you're in the exam room, the adjusting room with your patient, give them 100% of your attention. Dr. Parker used to call this present time consciousness. Now, I know that's not rocket science, but often I might get a note saying, bring home a loaf of bread or a gallon of milk, but you've got to connect with that patient totally. I would like you graduates to think for a moment. What patient have you learned the most from at this point in time? I would challenge you to try to learn something new from every patient encounter that you have. Monday, as you start to see patients, it starts with you thinking about short-term goals. There's two parts to the short-term goal. It helps you in the short term, but let's not forget, it will pay dividends in the long run. Remember, you don't practice on an island. Your family, friends, classmates, mentors, Palmer College, we're all here as we help you continue. You need to continue to develop your social network, your support network. Have fun in practice. A patient's going to come in and say, look, they talk with Dr. Google and they have a question for you. Sit back and listen. Back in the 80s, we didn't have Dr. Google. I think it's critically important for you to pay attention to the patient's body language, subtle clues, PTC, present time consciousness. I would challenge you to learn something daily, something new. It's time to read for enjoyment. You know, there's a new app. My son said, hey, Dad, there's a new app. I said, okay, help me out here. It's called Headway. I said, all right, how's it work? You can read a book of your liking in like 15 minutes. Who doesn't want to invest 15 minutes in your development on a daily basis? You are entering a wonderful time to practice. Collaboration with other healthcare providers is really at the highest point in time. Early on, if another healthcare provider would want to come see me in practice, they would like to come in through the back door and maybe through off hours. Today, they all come through the front door. On a daily basis, where else can you work where you have patients? Thank you for making a difference in their life. Please reflect for a moment. Who has been the most rewarding patient that you've encountered, that you've had up to this point in time? It's exciting to help people. What does that do? It helps drive your desire to serve. Let me ask you, on Monday, are you going to a job? Are you going to your career? Or are you going to your calling? Back in 2005, Steve Jobs had a wonderful speech, right? He said, you've got to work with something and do something you love. Isn't it exciting helping people? It will transcend into your family. And again, you need that foundation to be strong. Remember, great results with your patients, building relationships, and particularly in the new communities that you're going to go serve. You're happy today because you have something to look forward to. And daily you'll see that with your patients. A passion to serve is what should drive you to the office. In 35 and a half years of practice, I never had any difficulty getting up to go see patients. Now, I have triplet sons that when they were 6 months, sometimes my wife and I would look at each other and the sun's coming up. We hadn't been to bed yet. Individually and collectively, wow, what a nice number of awards last night, Class 211. You've been through a lot. We've had floods here in Davenport. We had a Arctic vortex winter. Remember all those snow days? We had a derecho high wind event. No power. And you work through clinic in the middle of a pandemic. You have persevered. It's time now for you to go and serve your patients, the families, and the new communities. In closing, you are ready. Assemble your team. Remember, it starts with you. And set your goals. Relish the desire to serve. Thank you for your time.
Students who earn a Bachelor of Science degree from Palmer College must complete 120 semester hours. 30 of these hours may come from the basic science courses taken in the Doctor of Chiropractic curriculum. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and the Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Bachelor of Science. The Bachelor of Science degree is awarded in General Science. The candidates will be introduced by Dr. Michelle Drover.
Okay, here we go. Michael Keith Bauer. Matthew A. Cook. Daytona Sterling Crebo. Paul Anthony Elmenhurst. Elijah Walker Green. Brady Reed Heaps. Kevin Palmer Horde. Ryan John Hyde. Daniel Lewis Kiparissis. Madeline Claire Meyer. Emmeline Michelle Miller. Nicole Daniel Parent. Nicholas James Phillips II. Luke Allen Short. Skylar Helena Jane Snowberger. Deborah Lee Taylor. Nicole Turner. Emily Jo Wilhelm. Ling J. Yawn. Anthony S. Yarbrough.
Good morning, candidates. On behalf of the faculty and trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations. You may be seated, and we'll invite Provost Weinert back to the podium.
The Academic Excellence Award is presented to those members of the graduating class who have displayed the highest level of academic achievement by earning Dean's List honors every term while at Palmer. Will the recipients of this honor please present themselves? There you go. Ryan Christopher Block. Ryan Ryan was unable to be with us today. We've got one other as well. Next, Masa Etisam. Kate Higgins. Jordan David Kelso. Jordan was also unavailable today. Mimi McParland. Kendra Leanne Minnick. Shayla Ann Neville. Katie Frances Radel. Oais Sadiq. We got to get a
What do I do?
picture. There you go.
You moved too quick for.
Matthew Cole Turner. And Bo J. Van Wetchel.
The salutatorians for Class 21-1 are Masa Edisam and Julia Rebecca Oberg. Masa is from Kashan, Iran, and prior to enrolling at Palmer, she received a medical degree, which she was also awarded first place in practical biology for that degree. During her time here at Palmer College, she was actively involved in both Gonstead and upper cervical clubs. After graduation, Masa plans to practice in California before eventually building a practice in Iran, where she desires to take her chiropractic knowledge to serve the citizens there. Julia Rebecca Oberg is from Lloydminster, Alberta, Canada. Prior to enrolling at Palmer College, she earned a degree in physiology and pharmacology with distinction from the University of Saskatchewan. While at Palmer, Julia was active as a teaching assistant in the clinic, along with fulfilling her responsibilities as treasurer of the Canadian Club. Following graduation, Julia plans to return to her hometown to practice. I'd like to welcome both Masa and Julia to the stage to receive their plaque and receive a photograph and your recognition. Masa. Maybe stay 1 second. We'll get them together too. Maybe hang right here. Right here. Our salutatorians. Thank you, ladies. Now, I should explain the nuances behind that term. Salutatorian would be the second highest honor, which essentially means throughout the entire program, they've achieved all A's in all coursework except 1B. 1B. And if we talk to their personal stories, I'm sure the 1B is 1 point someplace. Valedictorians, or 4.0s, and received perfect scores and course grades throughout our complete program. Unbelievably, Class 21-1 has 4 individuals sharing this honor. Due to travel challenges related to the pandemic, 2 of these individuals were not able to join us today for the ceremony. I'd like to read the bios of all 4 individuals, and then we'll bring the 2 that are here to receive their award as well as make a presentation to the assembly. First is Ryan Christopher Block. He's from Olds, Alberta, Canada. Prior to attending Palmer, he earned a degree in kinesiology from the University of Alberta. While at Palmer, Ryan was active as both a student and an athlete playing on our rugby team. Additionally, he served as a representative for the McKinsey Technique Club on campus. Following graduation, Ryan plans to practice in Edmonton, Alberta for a couple of years, and then relocating to a neighborhood small town where he hopes to open his own practice. Our second is Jordan David Kelso. He's from Dayton Valley, Alberta, Canada. And prior to attending Palmer, he completed a degree in kinesiology from the University of Lethbridge, graduating with honors through that program. During his time at Palmer, Jordan became certified in flexion distraction, activator, and ART techniques. After graduation, Jordan is excited to continue his work in Baines Family Chiropractic alongside 4 other Palmer graduates in Leduc, Alberta, near his hometown. Mimi McParlin is from Orland Park, Illinois. Mimi is the 3rd-generation chiropractor. However, she's her first in the family to graduate from Palmer College. Congratulations, Mimi. Certainly appreciate that support. Prior to attending Palmer, she attended the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign and earned an undergraduate degree in animal science. While at Palmer, Mimi served as a past tutor in neuroanatomy, and she was also very active in Palmer's Extremity Club. Following graduation, she plans to work as an associate in integrated solutions in her hometown of Orland Park. We certainly regret that Ryan and Jordan could not be with us, but in addition, we have our 4th candidate, Shayla Ann Neville, who's from Rochester, Minnesota. Prior to attending Palmer, I would be a lot louder than that if one of my kids made valedictorian, I got to tell you. I would be completely unruly. I would be sprinting back and forth, screaming my name. Absolutely. You would see all kinds of embarrassment if a Marchiori ever made it onto the stage for valedictorian. She graduated from the University of Wisconsin La Crosse, where she received an undergraduate degree in exercise and sports science. While at Palmer, Shayla worked as a Palmer mentor and was both active in our pediatric and motion palpation clubs. Following graduation, Shayla plans to return to Rochester, Minnesota, and open a practice. As I've said a couple of times, Ryan and Jordan, we know they're probably watching the Facebook Live, and we miss you. We regret that you're not here. We wish you the best. Your classmates certainly wish you were here and wish you the very best, and will stay strongly connected to you. However, representing the valedictorians, we have 2 strong ladies that are ready to present to the assembly. Mimi and Shayla, please come forward to get your plaque, a photograph, and then make your presentations. Let's do one more together.
Hey everyone. Okay, So, my word of the year is connection. Getting reconnected with myself, deepening my connection with my friends and family, and focusing on being present and connecting with those I encounter every day. When I was thinking about what to speak about, I couldn't help but think how much that word applies to all of us. The friendships and connections we've made over the past 3+ years. All those long, long nights of cramming for CNS, spinal, and practicing on each other for NMS. All those hours brought us closer to our friends than we ever could have been if we hadn't gone through that struggle together. Going through this rigorous program gives us an understanding of each other that no one else outside of this school can relate to. These all, you all, are my people because we went through this together. We had to connect to ourselves to get through this crazy program. I know I'm not the only one in this room that cried during our first trimester because we didn't know how we would do 9 more tries of this. But we did. We dug deep and brought so much strength out of ourselves that I'm sure we can, I'm sure we can all say that we're better and stronger versions of ourselves today than when we were when we began here 3 years ago. And the stronger connections we now have with our families. For a lot of us, this was the greatest distance away that I'm sure a lot of us have ever been before. Through the distance, our friends and family support still remained, and boy, do we love and appreciate you friends and family for that. Moving forward, the word connection also deeply applies to our patients. I was taking a seminar and they talked about how when someone is in a subluxated state, they go into a fight or flight mode, sympathetic overdrive as you guys know, and it puts them in this protective state which literally prevents them from being able to interact with the world around them as well as they could. So, Class 211, let's restore that connection in our communities. Let's go out all over the country and even all over the world and get people connected again. Connected to themselves and to their families and to their health and to those around them. As we close out our time here at Palmer, I hope we all keep this word in mind. Remember that we will always be connected to this school, connected to our amazing faculty and mentors, and most importantly, may we remember that we're always connected to each other.
Good morning, family, friends, faculty, Class 211. I don't know what deserves more celebration. The community we've cultivated within our class and contributed to at the fountainhead of chiropractic, the unmatched profession we're finally entering today, or the challenges and growth we've experienced in the last 3 1/3 years, and inevitably will in the future. So let's talk about all of it. Class 211, we've been called the loud class, rowdy class, the smart class, the driven class, and my personal favorite, when Dr. Killinger called us her most fertile class. We've become a lot of things. 2 of them giving knucks over there. We've become a lot of things as a class and as individuals. We've become friends, best friends, teammates, fiancés, bridesmaids and groomsmen, husbands and wives, and mothers and fathers, and coaches and tutors. We've come a long way, and together we've grown. But growth doesn't come without challenge, and we sure were challenged the past few years. As if chiropractic school isn't challenging enough, for family and friends out there, I'm talking blood, sweat, and tears. You might be exempt from the blood portion if you weren't a rugger, but I know you all remember palpation class and your first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in motion palpation club, sweat. And I know you all remember almost every finals week until 6, 7 trimester, tears. And you know, all those hell weeks in between, plus boards, life, you get the point. As if chiropractic school isn't challenging enough, this past year has thrown a few more curveballs at our education experience. Today I want to remind you that growth doesn't come without challenge. While going through school and the changes in the state of the country presented many challenges, it provides opportunity for growth. Not only for us, but for many people, for our future patients. Because chiropractors are part of the solution, right? I won't go into the devastating statistics about how much our country is hurting, but I will point out that now more than ever, people are wanting and needing to take responsibility for their health. It's no secret that the conventional healthcare system focuses on disease and sickness treatment. Our communities are craving truth and health care. And here we are today, graduating as doctors of chiropractic, during a time where people need it more than ever, during a time where people are realizing what they've been doing and what they've been taught isn't working, during a time where research is finally beginning to validate claims Dee Dee and BJ Palmer and so many patients have been making for over 100 years. Here we are graduating as doctors of chiropractic with not only the clinical skills to find and remove subluxation, but with the knowledge on what causes them in the first place. Chiropractic empowers what is right within us. And what better way for individuals to take responsibility for their health than through empowerment? I hope you recognize what an incredible challenge and opportunity we have in becoming chiropractors. I hope you recognize your accomplishments and your capability in taking on this career. I urge you to trust in the power of innate intelligence and the adjustment. I urge you to master the art of communication, of chiropractic, health, and wellness. Today we celebrate because we are part of the solution. We all know that as we graduate today, people need the service and knowledge we have to offer now more than ever. And I know our class is ready to take on this challenge. We are loud and rowdy and smart and driven, and apparently we're fertile, so I guess we're making more of the same. Matt? He's got 4 already. Now, I'm very blessed that chiropractic didn't change my life, it led my life. I'm a 3rd-generation chiropractor, and in a recent conversation with my grandpa, I asked him what techniques he used when he practiced. He just laughed and said, "There were no techniques, you just adjusted your patient." And I wanted to share this with you all because for me it served as a reminder that we are so fortunate to come after all the chiropractors who paved the way for us to explore the art of chiropractic and the philosophy and science, I'll add. It was also a reminder and reassurance that it's not the technique that matters, it's the adjustment. And whether chiropractic chose you or changed your life or led your life or perhaps neither of those things, today we celebrate because we get to be the catalyst for life-altering change. Thank you to our family and friends for your love and support. The biggest thank you to my parents, especially Mom, the most inspiring, resilient person I know. Thank you to faculty and staff doctors, especially for adapting during these unprecedented times. It is such an honor to speak to you today. I am so proud of our class, and I'm so excited to see who you become as chiropractors. There sure is work to do, but for today, I hope you enjoy the well-deserved moment and celebrate your success and future in this profession. You've got knowledge in your brains, tools in your tool belts, love in your hearts. Now what's left is expressing it through your hands. People are waiting for doctors like you. Congratulations, Class 211.
To receive a Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer College of Chiropractic, students must complete a rigorous curriculum that is the equivalent of 5 academic years and 10 trimesters, or 3 1/3 calendar years. There are 73 courses and 4,635 contact hours of instruction in the curriculum required to graduate. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and the Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me great pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed requirements for the granting of the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. The graduating doctors will be introduced to Dr. Marchiori by Dr. Michelle Drover and Dr. Michael Tuning, Associate Deans of Academic Affairs. Dr. Marchiori will present the colors of the doctoral hood signifying the candidate's success in completing the graduate program. Will the candidates please present themselves?
All right. Ryan Christopher Block, summa cum laude, Canada. Unfortunately, Ryan couldn't be with us here today, as you guys already have heard. Masa Edesam, summa cum laude, Iran. Kate Higgins, summa cum laude, Canada. Jordan David Kelso, summa cum laude, Canada. Again, Jordan couldn't be with us here today. Mimi McParland, summa cum laude, Illinois. Kendra Leanne Minnick, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Shayla Ann Neville, summa cum laude, Minnesota. Julia Rebecca Oberg, summa cum laude, Canada. Katie Frances Radel, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Oais Sadiq, summa cum laude, Illinois. Matthew Cole Turner, magna cum laude, Canada. Bo J. Van Wetchel, summa cum laude, Iowa. Cole James Anisbegian, cum laude, Michigan. Jordan Lincoln Bach, Michigan. Luke William Bankard, Illinois. Leslie Bateman, magna cum laude, Utah. Jesse Bathgate, Pennsylvania. Michael Keith Bauer, magna cum laude, Minnesota. Erica Giselle Beltre, Massachusetts. Taylor William Bess, Utah. Margaret Ariel Black, South Carolina. Rocco Joseph Borg, magna cum laude, Michigan. Darren Cole Broadus, Pennsylvania. Bethany Elizabeth Brenneman, Pennsylvania. Victoria Brown, Wisconsin. Jacob Davis Burchell, cum laude, Colorado. Jonathan Burns, Illinois. Leo Joseph Campanella, Pennsylvania. Kirby Nicole Chambers, Iowa. Luke Michael Colby, magna cum laude, South Dakota. Alexander Ryan Cole, cum laude, Wisconsin. Matthew A. Cook, Indiana. Daytona Sterling Crebo, cum laude, Illinois. Michael Curry, Iowa. Thomas Dace, Wisconsin. Joshua Michael Delorme, Wisconsin. Moiz Syed Elawad, Iowa. Paul Anthony Elmenhurst, Washington. Emily Ann Endress, Michigan. Bianca Liz Flores, Puerto Rico. Connor Reed Ginder, Oregon. Aaron Jonathan Gutzeit, New York. Tyler Maitland Graham, Indiana. Brenna Gray, Canada. Catherine Marie Gray, Iowa. Elijah Walker Green, Ohio. Tanner Green, Missouri. Kyle Hagerty, Pennsylvania. Andreas Haji Andreo, magna cum laude, Cyprus. Brady Reed Heaps, magna cum laude, Utah. Hannah Hickson Hershey, Maryland. Kevin Palmer Horde, Michigan. Kevin Lee Huber, Nebraska. Jet Hudson, Utah. Unfortunately, Jet can't be with us today. Cody Wayne Hukill, magna cum laude, Michigan. Gage Hurls, cum laude, Ohio. Ryan John Hyde, New York. Chin Ji, China. Riley Noella Jones, Maine. Bo Michael Kaufman, Washington. Dylan Naylor Knight, cum laude, Utah. Mackenzie Reed Knight, Michigan. Olivia Rose Knight, Michigan. Elizabeth Kinsey, cum laude, Wisconsin. Daniel Lewis Kiparissis, New Jersey. Sung Jin Lee, South Korea. Alan C. Limes, magna cum laude, Ohio. Aaron M. Mothy, Wisconsin. Jennifer Marie McMullen, cum laude, Illinois. Madeline Claire Meyer, magna cum laude, Minnesota. Emily Rosina Miller, summa cum laude, Wisconsin. Emmeline Michelle Miller, Ohio. Joseph Kenneth Newcomb, cum laude, Michigan. John Thomas Bradley Olson, Wisconsin. Kelly Lynn Olson, Washington. Thane Orban, Michigan. Nicole Danielle Parent, cum laude, New Hampshire. Tony Pastotnik, magna cum laude, Michigan. Nicholas James Phillips II, Ohio. Kristen Piercy, Canada. Unfortunately, Kristen is also not able to be with us here today. Cambry Emily Ratte, Iowa. Allison Irene Ridgway, Iowa. James Roth, cum laude, Iowa. Mackenzie Lynn Schrader, magna cum laude, Iowa. Ruth Rita Schrader, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Melanie Evelyn Schwitters, Minnesota. Auker C. Shaw, Illinois. Daniel Robert Sladkey, Wisconsin. Skylar Helena Jane Snowberger, New York. Adam Michael Spakakpanicha, Illinois. Cody Michael Schromek, summa cum laude, Wisconsin. Tyler Jerome Stolen, Iowa. Christopher John Simons, magna cum laude, Pennsylvania. Deborah Lee Taylor, West Virginia. Heather Marie Tilton, Illinois. Nicole Turner, Canada. Serena Westfall, Wisconsin. Emily Jo Wilhelm, cum laude, Wisconsin. Michael Corey Woods, magna cum laude, Illinois. Ling J. Yon, Wisconsin. Anthony S. Yarbrough, Illinois. Brett Austin Young, cum laude, Canada. Unfortunately, Brett is also not able to be here today. Zachary Michael Zietz, Wisconsin.
The faculty at Palmer College of Chiropractic is praiseworthy for many reasons. Their responsibility is providing the best education possible to our students, and they fulfill this task with great distinction. Due to social distancing recommendations, we do not have our faculty assembled with us, but they asked me to certainly congratulate all of the graduates, and they thank you for your many accomplishments here in the program. And unfortunately for us, we're losing 3 faculty members, longtime faculty members, to retirement. Good for them, I suppose, but certainly creates a large gap for us. Anna Livdens has served in the clinic for 33 years. We'll miss her. Larry Swank has served in the clinic and the classroom for 43 years. And Victor Strang has served in the classroom teaching philosophy at Palmer College for 43 years. The solace we take as a program is that these folks will still be in the area and hopefully come back and visit and do CE and other components of our program, our extended program, to stay connected to Palmer College. Their combined service is 119 years among these 3 people. And I can tell you specifically, there are programs that we would not have at Palmer College without these 3 individuals. There are aspects of what we do that just wouldn't be the same. So we thank them, we'll miss them, but we certainly wish them well on a well-earned retirement. As we near the end of our ceremony, I want to take just a few minutes to thank the parents and the family and friends that are here with us today, and those that are here in spirit but not physically. We thank you for supporting the graduates that we're celebrating here today during their time at Palmer. Your names are not on the diplomas, but your contributions are certain, and we appreciate all that you did to get them to the point that they are today. And Dr. Venata's comments, it is who is on your team and how they help you forward. So these folks are very lucky to have all of you. Thank you for what you've done. And members of Class 21-1, you had a lot to deal with over the last couple of months, and I want to acknowledge that. It's not your fault that we had to change so many aspects of what we do here at Palmer based on the external input of the virus and so forth. I want to apologize for the past few months, time where you should have been in the classroom, in our clinics, with your friends, our faculty, learning directly in that area. It didn't happen. And I apologize for that. I apologize that there's aspects of this program that have been changed. The congratulatory hugs and handshakes were not part of that. But I am really happy that we could still, under those conditions, make it here together and to celebrate your threshold, the end of this program, but the beginning of your professional lives. We congratulate you, and we're thrilled that we could assemble together to celebrate that with your loved ones and your well-wishers and with each other. So we certainly congratulate you on all that you've done. And I also want to point out that there are positives that develop through these trying times. The Latin philosopher Cyrus wrote, "Anyone can hold the helm when the sea is calm. The challenge is to pilot during the storm. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor." And these challenging times that you've experienced will develop character, a resiliency, a grit that you have continued to show as a class through your program here, and you will take with you into practice. Because trying times are not over. They'll continue to challenge you, and you finding that reservoir of strength to push through, even when things are happening to you that you're not related to, it's not your fault, that'll be very important. So I'm glad that we could at least find that positive piece in all of this. And I really would implore all of you to stay closely connected. Please do not let this be a time where this class walks off the edge of the stage like off of the edge of the earth and you don't stay together as you have over the last 3 1/3 years. Make an active effort, because if you don't make an active effort, it won't happen. An active effort to stay connected to each other, to the faculty and staff, and to the Palmer community overall. We need you. We need your improvement. And we certainly have benefited from all that you do. There's this sense in education that the student comes in as this empty vessel, and our philosophy and science and art is imparted to you as you're a ground zero and we grow you through this program. It's really not the case at all. You bring more in and you leave more behind than we could ever give to you. You specifically have changed and improved our program in innumerable ways, and we value and appreciate all that you've done. I wish I knew each of your stories. I know many of them, but not each of them. OACE has taken care of my daughters and my wife through the time here. In OACE, you've not only been helpful as a healer, but as a professional. I've been amazed at the conversations I'm having with my kids on, wow, what an impressive individual. I can tell you I am healthier here because of Matt Turner and his skill set. And Matt, I would do everything in my power to keep you from going so far away. I wish you were practicing in Rock Island or something. And it can be exotic. It's an island, right? Rock Island. And that's just a touch of my personal level of the interaction. And with the student council representatives, the campus guides in your service, the PSAF, the ambassadors in our business center, all of the service that you do, the past program alone and all of that you do through that, through giving to the next generation of chiropractors. Thank you. It makes a big difference. On behalf of the college, I want to tell you, thank you, and it makes a big difference. You're special. You were special before we picked you. We were benefiting from you coming in and the types of individuals that you are and the community that you created here within your class and how you bettered our community. So please stay connected, because we continue to need your help and your advice, your friendship, and your connection to the college. Students, we're going to close the program with the Chiropractic Oath. Would you please stand? In accordance with the science and art and philosophy of chiropractic and the consequence of your dedication to the restoration of the sick to health, I request that you promise and swear the following chiropractic oath. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and repeat your name, will adhere to the code of ethics espoused by the chiropractic profession. I will observe and practice professional conduct in relation with my patients, my colleagues, myself, and my profession. I will seek to preserve the integrity of this profession and help it grow in the service to the benefit of all humanity. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity. And in my association with these patients, I will not violate that which is moral and right. I will provide regimen for the good of my patients according to my ability and my judgment. I will regard and refer to my fellow doctors with honor and dignity, giving them credit for dedication and commitment to our shared profession. I will continue to improve my knowledge and skill and be sincere in my resolution to justify the responsibility which this degree symbolizes and imposes. Students, you may put your right hand down. On behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic. In keeping with academic tradition, please place your tassel from the right to the left, turn, and present yourselves to the assembly for recognition.
Thank you.